the victim. And yes, most people see the first headline that's published 2 days after the incident and don't even think that the spokesman for the IDF is lying. The spokesman for the IDF is seen as a trustworthy source, and no, it doesn't matter what they say a couple months later. What they said right after the incident is the only thing that we get to hear.
What do you think living in a society that has national service does? Do you think that makes the culture more broadly militaristic? Does it contribute to a culture of impunity within the military itself? Because if you've got lots of people serving alongside the military, there's a degree of involvement and complicity and perhaps a reluctance to call out human rights abuses when they occur. I mean, do you see a relationship between those things?
Definitely. I think militarism in Israel is very entrenched in society, and the military is a golden goose that you're not allowed to touch. You're allowed to criticize the government. You're allowed to go out for gay rights, for women's rights. But when it comes to criticizing military action against Palestinians or other oppressed communities, this is totally out of the norm. You cannot speak against the military because it's so entrenched in society. Like I said, a lot of conversations start with the military, and because most people did serve, it's seen as this kind of thing that everyone needs to pass in order to become an Israeli.
Last year, 4 teenagers were handed down a prison sentence of a year because not only were they conscientious objectors, what the court decided, a military court, was because they'd organised together. It sort of put them beyond the realms of normal conscientious objection, and, you know, it was more like a kind of organised form of disorder. What kind of punishment are you expecting after your refusal to enlist next week?
There is no governmental policy or military policy to deal with conscientious objectors. So they basically sentence us as much as they want until they give up. They basically sentence us for a week, for example, in the start, and then give me a new enlistment date and try to say that now you can enlist. And then when I refuse again, they give me 20 days, and then 30 days, and then 30 days until they're done with me. So I have no way of knowing how long it's going to be.
In terms of the knowledge that you have, do you know if there are any long-term repercussions that come from refusing to serve along conscientious ground? And is it something that would be different for perhaps working class Israelis or Israelis who don't have, many international connections? Is it something that